if we open up some traumas, it's not intentional. I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
All right. So, welcome to another episode of the
Hello.
Workshop. Hey, maybe can I get my...
sorry. I thought we were all saying hi.
No, we are not all saying hi. That's
Not
actually
yet.
incorrect.
Welcome to another episode of the Workshop, man. Where is always work to be done. Man, so we got a special guest in the building, right? I'll introduce her last. But to my left, my boy Dar. What's going on, bro?
Hear ye, hear ye. We got a fucking guest. I mean, that's what we're waiting on now.
Right.
Thank you, right.
Now the people want to see the guest.
Okay,
Like,
pan the
introduce
camera.
guest. Niggas know me.
Yeah, niggas know you.
I hope.
At this point. All right. So we have artist, entrepreneur, you know. So was content creator? Or would you say you're in the content creator space a little bit? With your art?
Maybe a little.
Maybe a little bit.
I don't really
Yeah.
say that.
I'm not gonna say your full name, but we got Tayshaw in the
Why?
building. Paint it to a T. Let's do a round of applause for that.
Is it on there?
Yeah, paint it to a T. That's right.
No, the clap.
Yeah, so it's like clapping.
Oh, yeah, that's
You
cool.
don't want to wear headphones, so you can't hear it. So
You didn't give me a pair. You said they were broken.
Cap.
Cap's a cap. And we would, I wouldn't be right if I didn't call you out for capping. So,
I mean, I'm the only one not wearing a cap, so
Did you buy one?
it was broken. Grayson had got me one, but it broke.
so the hat broke and the
Don't buy
headphones
them,
broke.
Merce.
Your hat broke? Your hat broke? How a hat break?
He gave me a faulty one. It was crazy.
Oh,
That's
shit.
crazy. Don't stop throwing smut on our name.
That
on
is the
our
first time I heard of a
platform.
broken hat.
Man. So what's going on with you? What's new? How are you doing?
Well, I'm trying some new things, right? The epoxy, the wood stuff. The epoxy was actually kind of not scary, but because it's toxic, you know? So I did it in the garage, and it also gets blemishes super easy. So the wind was blowing stuff in it. So I'm going to have to figure out if I keep offering that, how and where I should put it. Because I actually stayed at Lakin's grandma's house tonight because I had to bring it up into the house because it kept getting stuff in it. So yeah, that.
So if our viewers don't know, what is epoxy? What is what?
Well,
Stuff to put on floors to make it shiny. Like
the shiny
concrete.
stuff, yeah. I don't really know what it is. I know it's toxic, but yeah, it makes the whatever surface you put it on, it makes it shiny.
Okay.
Like glass, like almost. So yeah.
And then you just put that over something that's already painted, or you paint it and then put that over it.
Paint first,
Then put that over.
and then epoxy.
Got you.
Yes.
What you got going on, Dar? You skipped over. You ain't got nothing going on?
Not shit, man. The playoffs are starting.
Yeah.
Getting ready for that. They told us we were supposed to be heading into, spring with a little bit more heat, but that was a fucking lie. Rainy and cold today, and it was just hot on Tuesday, Wednesday.
It was like 90.
It was like 90, right?
Nice.
So, I mean, Midwest weather. I mean, if y'all out here, y'all struggling with this shit, man, leave a fucking comment. Like, shit crazy out here.
Right.
I'm thinking it was about to be a tornado or some shit. Sideways winds with the rain, 50-mile-an-hour winds and shit. Can't drive on a fucking highway. I mean,
If I don't know if y'all one of these people, but bro, and this time, bro, my allergies be kicking my ass. I
don't
gotta
deal with
make sure
allergies,
I get
never.
my shit early. I gotta take my pills early in the morning. I'm gonna be fucked up for the day. Eyes is gonna be red, nose is gonna be runny.
you wasn't rolling around in the grass as a kid, man.
Right? What allergies?
Yeah,
Grow up.
You got to build that immune
It
system
must be a
up.
light skin thing. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
Rico Suave.
Rico Suave.
You know what I'm saying, y'all. But anyways,
I'm darker than you.
It's summertime now.
I'm in my bag. I'm in my
Yeah.
my what's it?
This nigga work outside.
Mocha
I guess I
bag.
work outside too, but it's pitch black.
Yeah,
we
it's
go.
all right. So it's about to be Easter. Well, it's Easter weekend. You know, he has arisen, right? And it's 420.
420
on the same day. I seen a tweet.
Contradictory to say the least.
Right, exactly. I seen a
You
tweet
will be
that was
risen.
I will be risen. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we gonna see who higher.
And that's what I was about to get to. They was saying we gonna see who higher, me or Jesus.
Yeah.
So did y'all families have, or do y'all families have Easter traditions like that y'all either had or have going on still?
Lakin's grandma gets her every Easter now. And you know what's funny? Like, it asked me the other day, she said, well, I'm not really trying to be mean, but I don't want to go to church anymore. And I said, oh, well, it's very important for you to go to church. Guess what she said back? If it's so important, why don't you go? She's 8. I was like,
yeah, kids will definitely get you.
I know.
Sure.
And then you hit them with the do as I say, not as I do.
Right, because I said so.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But needless to say, she's with her grandma, going to church tomorrow. And I will, you know.
You know. Yeah, okay.
I'll be there. In spirit.
In spirit.
In spirit.
So, when you growing up, y'all didn't have any?
Oh, yeah. We were in church like twice a week.
Yeah.
Then my mom married a pastor. So then more church.
Mm-hmm. You grew up in the church.
Mm-hmm. That's why I'm so lovely. Angel.
That's what I mean. I used to. My mama used to make me go to church, and that's a good way to turn you off going to it when you older.
Yeah.
You know? So now I only go to it. You know, I'm the twice a year nigga.
Yeah. So you're about Easter and Christmas.
Yeah. You know, y'all see me on them 2 days. But when I go, I put something in the plate.
Yeah. Okay.
Some of y'all niggas go every day and don't put nothing in the plate.
You at least giving to the church.
Yeah. I'll put in the commissary. You know what I'm saying? That ain't no problem.
I mean. Yeah, I feel you. Because my mama used to have to pry me to go to church back in the day. Like, she used to have to wake up, be like, we getting ready for church, and I'm still in bed acting like I ain't here.
You wide awake.
Yeah, come back again.
Close your eyes.
Get your ass up. We going to church.
Yeah, we going to church.
I'm like putting on my worst fit. I'm putting my worst fit on so she can just say, don't, you ain't gotta go, and it ain't working. So I used to, it definitely turns you off when you an adult. It's like, man, I don't even want to go no more because I was forced to go. So
I was 18 when my mama started making me go, and what really got her, I think it was funny because I had left a thing on my, because I went to bed at 2 a.m. the night before. I left a thing on my door that said, like, do not open this door before 11 a.m. Church started at 10. You know? Like, don't open this door till 11.
You put that on your door?
On the door.
Oh, you bold as hell.
18?
Yeah, and it was funny.
Bold as hell.
Right, I would never.
It was funny, like, because I wasn't going to church.
Yeah.
And she ain't made me go, and she stopped making me go after that.
Damn, that's crazy. Put your foot down. That was a grown man decision right there.
Nah,
18.
I mean, you can find it on Facebook. It wasn't just that, but that was essentially what it said. You know, it said something funny on it.
Yeah.
They got a kick out of it.
Mom,
so.
please.
Yeah, it was something along them lines.
So, and they used to. My mama used to make it not into punishment, but one time I had to go to church for punishment
Because you didn't want to go.
No, it's because. So I'm gonna give the whole story. This is the first time I got caught smoking weed. So
it wasn't weed.
You needed to be in church.
There was the devil's lettuce.
The devil's lettuce.
Yeah.
So without a shadow of a doubt.
So we was hotboxing in the car, right? And especially like we in high school, shouldn't have been hotboxing in the whip for sure, right? If we gonna smoke. At least, not hotboxing.
Well,
this was your first time smoking?
You
definitely wasn't my first time getting caught.
Okay.
You had to because you had nowhere else to go.
Exactly. So, especially where there's women involved. Like I'm gonna act like, oh yeah, we can smoke in my car. It ain't no big deal.
Super cool.
Yeah, I'm super cool. We always smoke in my car. Yeah, ash out the window.
Always
good.
in my car.
Yeah, ash out the window. It don't matter. You know, I'm not trying to stop the fun. I'm not trying to be the guy that stops the fun. You know, so we smoke. We get high as hell in that car. My dumb ass, I'm high. I park right behind my mama and my sister when I get home. This Saturday night. So she wasn't gonna make me go. She was just gonna get in the car. Like, they're just gonna go to church and leave me at the crib. So she got to get in my car to move my shit.
Oh,
she got to get in my car to move my car.
Got yourself caught, eh?
What? Got you, bitch. And my shit was, I'm sure, danky as hell.
Mm-hmm. And then on top of.
And I got cut, so I got cussed right out.
Right before church.
Right before church. And I went for punishment. She took my keys away, and my pops had to come talk to me. It was a whole intervention.
The bad thing about that situation, you really didn't learn nothing from it, because in your head, the only thing you can't get past is, why didn't I just not park behind them?
Yeah.
So that's the only lesson you learn there.
Yeah, it wasn't not smoke no more.
Yeah, not smoke no more. Yeah.
Okay,
That would be bad about
church,
those lessons.
I don't have to go.
Yeah.
Right. But
I have a funny church story with weed.
Yeah.
So the first time I ever smoked weed, well, we ate it first, which don't ask me. We ate it first. It was my first time. I was just going with the flow, right?
you just ate the flower.
He literally gave us these little, what do you call it, nugget thing?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Passed them all out. We ate them. I was having so much fun. I was like, hee hee ha.
So not an edible. Wait. I just want to be clear.
It
Not
was
an
not
edible.
edible.
Just
It
the
was,
Yeah, she ate the plant.
Right. Okay.
you know?
Rubbed that on the ground.
Picked it out, you know?
Yeah.
So then we go outside. And
Oh, he had them on like a tray. Like,
You picked your nugget.
pick your poison. So then we go outside and we're all in a circle and they're like, all right, we're going to smoke now. And I'm just having a great time. I'm like, well, okay, I get it. This is
Yeah.
why people smoke. This is fun. And my friend was standing next to me and I put my head down on her shoulder like this because I was like, hooey. Right when I got up, I was like, you know those shows where someone dies but they don't know they're dead? So they're like, hey.
they woke up dead.
And then they're just walking right past them.
Yeah.
I felt like I wasn't there, and it freaked me the fuck out. I said, guys, you know, and they're, relax, Tayshaw, relax. I said, ah! So they took me inside, and I was in there, like, fucking shaking and shit. I was like, oh my God, it was so stupid. So I'm never doing this again. I'm crying. You know, I killed the whole night for everybody because it was terrible. So the next day, right, my stepdad's a pastor, we had youth Sunday, so we had to preach. And oh my God.
Sundays is crazy.
So I get to church and I'm sitting in there, and out of nowhere I started feeling like that again. So I'm looking around and I'm thinking the worst things. This is gonna happen forever. I'm gonna feel like this forever. So I'm freaking out. My mom's looking at me like, what's wrong with you? And I start crying and she takes me outside and I'm like, I smoked weed last night.
Got to telling on herself comedy.
We both told on ourselves at the end of the day.
Oh, it was terrible. She was so disappointed in me. She was like, sit down.
How
And
old was you?
I think I was in high school. I had to be in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't have to preach, you know.
Yeah.
They lost out on a great sermon.
Yeah.
And I sat there and was punished.
You can use it for Grace and Sunday service.
Yeah, it was
You
bad.
got a 420 story, I guess, this week here?
No.
Oh, I know.
I'm one of those 420 people that are like, man, it's just another day.
No, yeah. Or even a weed story.
But I would say when people do smoke weed, I would say I know a lot of people that smoke weed and then they think they gonna be like have that feeling forever. So that's why they can never smoke it.
Oh, yeah.
It's the paranoia.
The paranoia.
Yeah.
Yeah, of getting stuck like that. For
I'll
sure.
take 2 hits now, and I'm like, yeah, unless you want me to ruin the night, I think I'm done. I'm
Right.
good now.
It's good. It's self-aware. That's
Right.
That's
It was
good.
scary.
I think I told our reefer story on here.
Oh, we was in the
hot box.
backseat.
Yeah. But
yeah.
I mean, anytime when you a kid, you just don't be knowing shit.
Yeah,
Right.
no.
Like that. Like, would you rather still be like youthful? Like, if you could have all your athleticism, right, but you miss out on all those experience and all the knowledge you gain, or would you rather have the knowledge and the experience without the youth?
I don't need to. Like at this point, it's like
some
what
people
the
say they get the knowledge and then they can't use it because they don't got the whatever they need. And then when you young, you be doing so much dumb shit. You be like, man, if I would have just did this, that, and the third, and I knew this, when I was younger, I could get it right.
So the question is, would I rather be youthful,
And
like
dumb.
in body, and dumb, or like wise
And old.
And old.
I'm gonna have to
that's
go
smart.
youthful and dumb because I don't want to be that smart and old.
What you taking?
I take the experience, man.
Yeah.
But you didn't want to take the experience of the 1600s. Crazy.
We
Keep going.
did have that conversation.
If,
Would you rather go to the past or the future?
I have already had that experience. You can go to a museum and get the experience, right?
Not a full-on experience. Don't you want to know what it's like to live in a house where you have to have a fire and candles?
Here's the conversation. Would y'all rather go back in time or forward into the future? She says she wants to go back in time. That just seems...
Well, just for a couple days, not forever.
Okay, yeah,
I
this
just
is
wanna
this is a
experience
3 day.
it.
This is a 72-hour experience.
Let's just
72
say
hours.
24 hours. Just a quick little boom, boom,
Oh
boom.
yeah, I'm definitely going back.
Are you going backwards instead of
sure.
forward?
Do you have a specific era?
Wait, but wait a second. Are you using the knowledge that you gain and bring it back? Because if you went to the future and
Absolutely.
you
I
knew
went
something,
to the future and I'm bringing it back. You ain't never seen Back to the Future?
well, that's not fair then.
How is it not fair? You already made your decision.
We didn't say
Don't
that.
try to
We
think
didn't,
about it now.
we didn't make those rules.
But
though.
if you go to the past, you could also take what you know now and
You
use
can
that
bring
then.
back the bear skin from the bear you're gonna have to fucking kill in 1600s, and you can use it as a blanket.
But what if you die in the future?
They probably bring me back
From
to
a robot.
life. They'll probably bring me back to life, stitch me up.
No, they're gonna know you're a fraud.
I'll just
and
come
then
back
robot's
half.
gonna
I
scan
come back
you and
half
kill you,
cyborg,
and you're
half
not coming
human.
back.
That's a benefit of going to the future instead of the past.
So let's say you go to the past, you can change, like you can take with the knowledge you got now, and you could alter something.
You get a bad cough in 1600, your ass is going down. You get a hung, you get a toenail. What's it?
Yeah,
A hangnail.
A hangnail.
Your ass is going down.
Strep throat's gonna put you down for the count.
We gonna have to take your head off, man.
Take that off.
Yeah, on me. You gonna be witchcraft. Don't be go back there painting like you painting now.
Oh,
She's a
shit.
witch.
Are you doing art? And you don't know no art from back then, so you only doing shit you know now?
She up there paying LeBron James.
But LeBron, who the fuck is this? Yeah, you gonna be in some trouble. I can already see.
Dang. Okay. Well, in 72 hours, I don't think I would do that much damage.
Okay. I guess. I mean, I would probably pick. Damn, I didn't even really think about it first round. Fuck it. I'll say the past. I'll tell like, you know, my younger self or my peoples that.
You keep going for it. That's like the third or fourth time since we've been here.
Right? She said she was holy, right?
Yeah, but
you know, you always. That's my fault, you know.
It is. That's what I'm saying.
It's my fault.
If they throw the line out there and the fish is biting, man, they gotta reel it in.
You just gotta.
They ain't got no
accept people
choice
for who they are. You know, she's just
Angel.
a snake. Oh my bad. You
Snaked them
Yeah.
3 or 4
crazy.
times.
3 or 4 times.
That's
And I just
crazy.
accept people for who they are, you know. I try to change their ways, but
You
their
know
ways
what?
can't be changed.
2 years ago, I would have said something else, but I'm gonna keep your secrets in.
Okay. All right. So you are an artist, right? Paint for a living.
No, I sing.
Anyways. But when I first met you, you were an art teacher.
I was.
You was an art teacher. Now you are doing this full time.
Mm-hmm.
What is the biggest like transition with that? Not with the biggest transition, but what's the most you've learned?
Learned?
From doing it like part time to now doing it.
I think, well, I don't know about learn, but I have to learn to adjust more. I have to learn to be a little more frugal with my things and not just spend not that I could just be like blowing shit. I was a teacher. I had that much money, but you know what I mean? I can't, if Lake and we were to go out, I want this, I want that. Okay, sure. Now I'm like, let's look at the dollar card, you know, sitting over there, you know? So that's probably the biggest adjustment that I'd had to kind of embrace. But other than that,
Yeah.
You
great.
taught at in USD 259? Mm-hmm. Where at?
Jackson
Elementary.
yeah.
Nice.
Yep, I was the art teacher.
That's when art is the best in school.
Thank you. It was the funnest.
Yeah.
It was the best. I loved it while I did it.
So what was your start in the art? Like, were you always painting? Was you always the artist in the family? Like, what got you going?
Yeah, ish. I think my senior year of high school is when I kind of realized, and my teacher pushed into me, you know, you have something that not a lot of people have, you know? Especially back then. Now I feel all the kids are just so talented and stuff because they have so many resources. But yeah, and then my senior year is actually my art teacher bought my first painting, which was really cool. You know, $100 when I was a senior. Oh yeah, like I got money. Yeah. And so then after that I said, you know what? Actually, I wanted to be a masseuse, even with the art, you know. But then when I went to school, you know, when you go on the college visits and stuff, and you tell the advisor, this is what I want to be, and they show you what you have to take. Oh.
Anatomy?
I think I'm going to be an art teacher instead. And then, bam, went to school for art, and here I am.
We ended up going to the Black ICT Awards together.
Oh, yeah. Woohoo. I forgot about that. Yeah. Ooh, got your bitch.
I hope y'all heard that one. But
this recorded, right?
Yeah, it's recorded.
You're going to jail.
Yeah. Okay, but we end up going together. We end up going there together, and we both came out with trophy. We both came out with hardware, right? Podcast of the year, and you won artist of the year. How was, you know, because we talked before, and you were saying like you went the previous time and you were nominated and you didn't end up winning.
Why'd you have to say that shit?
But it's a story of triumph, though.
You 1-1.
Right. You're even. You really won because of us, but because we went.
Y'all won because of me.
Okay. Anyways, how did it feel to be recognized and to win and to be celebrated by your supporters and peers? I guess.
Obviously, it felt cool to be like, wow, people really, even to be nominated, honestly, was cool. Like, someone thought of me or people thought of me to put me on there. But it felt good. It gave me a little, especially since I was doing art full time when it happened, it gave me that extra, Tayshaw, you can do it.
Yeah.
You got this, dude.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Because we had one first and then. Because our
I know you
our
were
category
literally
was
second.
Second. Our category was second.
I was pissed.
So I was like, damn, okay, we won. I got that over with. And then I'm walking out and she walking in. I'm like, damn, you won too. Like, it wasn't even like I could even celebrate her shit because I was in.
Yeah, you were doing
the interview. But that was definitely dope to see. It was cool. It was a good time seeing everybody, all the businesses, artists, content creators. They're all the creators in the city.
And it was crazy. The whole show, literally our section, the 2 rows that we were in, it was constant people coming, winning. It was the winner's circle over here.
Facts. And we were sitting in the bike.
Right.
We wasn't even in the VIP part. We were sitting in the bike. But it was definitely dope. So you went from painting on canvases, like you do a whole bunch of different shit now.
I know.
You painted on buildings. I've seen today you was doing a cornhole. And you've done like cutouts of like different teams, sports teams. Your art ranges very wide, right?
I got a question. If you want to get better at basketball, you go to the gym, you shoot shots, you do drills, whatever. You want to get better at football, you run some routes, you throw some footballs. How does one person improve at being an artist?
Well, the same thing. You just have to keep doing it. Because honestly, it's funny that you say that. Because probably 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago is when I really started doing commissions for people and getting, and I look back on them and I'm like, oh my God, they bought that? It's horrible. But now that I've been doing it more often, my skills have gotten way better. And I did take some art classes last summer. Yeah. At the art, I think it's called the art.
And what kind of exercises would you do to work on your drawing? Just making more whatever you want to draw? Or is there because I know I've seen some drawing like on Instagram. They'll do it'll start off as like a cross, but then it turns into each section turns into something. Is that just a guideline, or is that something you practice?
No, yeah, that's how you get it. So the proportions of your face. So like your nose starts here, like at your ear. Your eyes are at the top of your ear. The corner of your eyes usually go to. Wait a second. No, it's the pupil goes to like this part of your lip. This part of your nose goes to this part of your eye. So it's when you're making those lines and stuff, you can kind of guide, like your eyebrows will go across your ears. So it's all proportioned out. So you can kind of, that guideline will give you, this is where this needs to go, if that makes sense.
Yeah. That's a good question though, because of course you want to get better at talking. You talk more. I mean, of course.
But I know. But there's certain things you can do. Like you can go to a public speaking class and they'll tell you this is things to do. Like look at people's forehead. But I don't know what that is in art.
Right. Yeah. To get your hand more steady or to do.
Is there something that you do that? But I mean, obviously, continuing to do it over the course of time, you get better.
Yeah. And just Yeah.
For sure.
Practice.
What's your favorite thing? What's your favorite I'm ready to paint a face or a team. Or what's your favorite?
For sure, faces. Yeah. That's my bread and butter. Yeah. But I will say that I have been enjoying getting a break from that. Like I can also make money by drawing a Chiefs board. You know what I mean? That's not so.
You said you can make money buying a cheese board. Didn't they get their ass beat? People want to buy that?
I can do the Eagles too.
We need Ohio State championship.
Yeah. I got you.
Let's do it. Let's lock in. But no, that's dope. It's good to see that. Especially from the growth from. I'm sure it's good for you to see your growth from 4 years ago to now, and then where you can continue to keep going for sure.
Man, I've done Nipsey. I probably painted Nipsey 5 times or so. And I remember a couple years ago, I took a picture of the first one that I ever did, and then one that I had recently done, and I put it next to each other. And I honestly felt bad posting it because I was like, damn, the person who owns
Somebody
this
got this
one is
hung
gonna
up
be
right
like,
now.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, that's what my shit looks like. But it is crazy.
When did you start doing the commissions?
Yeah.
Before he died or after he died?
Who?
Nipsey.
I think you know the answer to that question.
So everybody, no one wanted one when he was alive.
You know.
Hey,
Shit,
so what are you
crazy.
saying? So what are you saying?
I'm saying, it's kind of like Kobe too. I bet you had a lot of people that wanted the Kobe one after he passed away too.
I think I only did one Kobe when he was alive, and then after.
Man, they be worth more dead. It's sad to say.
I know, like this
wanna
one right here.
Give you your credit while you sitting here breathing and doing what you got to do. Man, they want to wait till you die.
They don't want to give you your flowers while you can smell them.
Right.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
When I die, my art's gonna be like
Going crazy.
Picasso,
Worth more.
yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely. Let's get in early then.
right.
Shit,
Yeah,
one of y'all
I'm
niggas
still
gotta bite
here.
the bullet. Yeah, y'all niggas going, and I keep it going for it.
Pass that forward, brother.
Yeah.
But like so you do a lot of like events. Like you go to a lot of places and you set up your canvases and you paint.
Live paint, yeah.
Yeah, live paint.
Yeah.
I guess. How long does it take you to get that done? Like, can you do that in one event, like one sitting, or do you need?
Well, it just depends on how long the event is. If it's 3 hours, no, I'll just get it started and then I'll finish it at home. But when I would go to Oddfellow Hall, I could usually, because that was from 8 to 1. So if I got there right at 8 o'clock, most of the time I would finish them by 1 a.m. But just depends on how long the event lasts.
And of course, people are coming up and talking to you while
That
you're
too,
doing this.
yeah.
They're doing this.
And I have gotten drunk a couple times at those events. And then I'm like, I don't think I should be paying anymore.
They done passed that red wine around one too many times.
Man, I was at, where was it? What's that place called right behind the Interest Bank Arena?
Brickyard?
No,
No,
They
not
had the-
brick and mortar.
that one.
Yeah.
So I did a live event there, and I was painting the Univita bottle. And of course, out there, I think it was outside. You could try.
You was painting the bottle you was drinking out of?
No.
Oh.
No. But I think it was it a taco event? Because you could go out and try tacos and tequilas for free. If you got the wristband, you could go out and, So I had a couple friends there. They're like, oh, go take a shot. I'm like, okay, And the bottle, those things are, the label's like,
Yeah.
After about 4 shots, I was like, I went up to Bryce and I said, I don't think I can continue unless you want some crooked lines on your painting. And he's like, no, it's okay.
Yeah.
So sometimes, I'm a little unprofessional. But
But
that happens
you
too
can have
often.
fun. Yeah, you can have fun and paint. It's still gonna get done.
It is.
Is it?
Okay, you were there that night. I got kind of drunk that night with you, me, and my sister.
Yeah.
But I kept going.
You did.
I painted.
And you did sell it the same day, didn't
I
you?
did. I
It was
sold
a
it.
Joker, wasn't it?
Yeah, I sold it before it was even
fire.
done.
Fire.
Yeah.
For sure. Is there let's say somebody's about to come get a painting from you or they want something done. What should they avoid doing? Like sending like blurry pictures?
Oh my
or,
gosh,
like,
do not get me started on that.
What kind of what are you good at painting? Like don't send me a family reunion picture with 10 heads in it. Like what is something that
Those are
you
all
can't do?
great.
Right.
Yeah, I hate. I would prefer none of those. So I try to keep 3 people
Yeah.
in the portrait because then their heads just get so tiny. And then if it's 12 people, go print it on a canvas at Walgreens for $20. You know what I mean? I don't think it's necessary for me to do all that. But price. If you're willing to pay, then
Yeah,
it's
money's
good
all,
quality.
yeah.
But that's the answer to the question, right? If the number is right, you paint anything.
Yes and no. If the quality's not there, I can't.
What's the no then?
If the quality is not
And
there.
what would make the quality, like if somebody asked you to paint a 10 person, like a family reunion, something
If
like that?
every face I can zoom in and it's clear.
And you said the number's 3, you want 3 people?
That's what I like to stop at. I've done 4, but he paid me, so I was like, I got you.
Yeah.
And the picture was fine. But yeah, 3 is where I like to stop. But I hate I don't like when people send blurry pictures, and I swear, this has happened so many times. They'll send me the picture, and I said, hey, do you have a different picture? This one's kind of, I can't see the detail, yada, yada, yada. They'll just literally zoom in, crop the picture, and send it back to me, and I'm like, oh my God, a different picture. So... But then there's also people who've passed away and this is all they have. Yeah. So I'll work with you at that point. But if someone's still alive, I will definitely push and push. Yeah. Go get a picture. Send me more. Until I get it just right. Yeah. Because they're spending money and it's not cheap, and I don't want them to not like it and be like, don't go to her.
But, I mean, you're putting your name on it at the end of the day. Like you are signature. You put your signature at the bottom of your painting, so it's your work too. So you don't want them to go and post it on Facebook and you can't share it because you like this shit.
It's terrible.
Not what I want. Right? Yeah. The quality of it is not what I would want it.
Yeah.
So you won't. You want your product to come out good, and you're just ensuring them like, hey, this isn't going to come out the way you think it's going to come out unless I get what I need.
Right. Yeah.
But for sure. Is there a piece that, because since you said you've, painted for people who have passed or, dogs or like pets that have passed and things like that, is there a piece that like you gave out and they told a story about it maybe on Facebook or Instagram, or you've heard like the story behind it that like kind of touched you that you was able to... bring it to life?
No, but I've gotten a couple reaction videos where they'll show it and they'll send me the video of the person like crying or something. I'm like, yeah, I did that. That's about it.
Yeah. So what do you do it for? Like, what is the like? Are you doing it? You can say if you're doing it for the money, it's okay. Just doing it for the bag.
Look, I'll always tell people when they ask why.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those artists who are like, I went outside and I saw a butterfly that was purple and it reminded me of, so I painted this. Nah. Yeah. I need that money. Sure. And that's it. Hey, I mean, I like what I do. Obviously, I wouldn't do it if I didn't like it. I love to paint. It's great, but...
You need that bag. I feel like it's okay. People make it seem like it's not. It's like if you say like I'm doing this for money, it's a bad connotation.
Right, like you would not be doing it if you weren't getting paid.
You've been doing it a lot longer for free than you've done it for money, right? Just drawing, making stuff. I'm sure you've been drawing since you was a kid, right?
Yeah. Well, as an adult, no. Actually, before I started doing commissions, and that's really how it kind of got started, I would just gift people portraits. Yeah. Like, oh, thank you for doing this.
But I'm just saying, like, in drawing in general, like, you was a teacher, you was an art teacher, so you was drawing then. And so, I mean, you've been drawing all your life, I assume. So
yeah.
Yeah, it's okay to get your bag for it now.
People play football for 21 years, and then they can make... Well, now you can make it at 18.
Yeah.
But you used to have to play 21 years before you can make a dime from it.
Yeah.
So you play...
That's true.
You paint, and you do this shit for free a lot longer than you get paid for it, typically.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Like I was saying, though, like, if they were like, why do you... If you're doing your work and you're like, I'm doing it so I'm good at it, so I want to get paid from it. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to have the extra incentive that's like, I like for people to see my art and just feel inspired. And like they can think of their loved ones.
Right, I can give a damn as long as I can pay my bills. I don't care what you think.
And then it's like, why do you do the podcast? And like, of course, like, yeah, there are some things that like if somebody can relate and connect to the pod and like, it can touch the story or they can, take something that we say into their actual life, but nigga, we just want to get on here and talk, kick the shit. If all that happens additionally, then it happens. It doesn't, but that's not the sole focus, you know.
Right.
So I understand.
Yeah.
So,
how long do it take to, let's just say, a portrait, real regular portrait, the one you sell the most? How long would it take?
Usually, people just hit me up for one. I think I probably paint one person the most, and 300, and it takes about 6 hours. And what's crazy, when I sucked 4 years ago, I would literally try to get it done in 3 hours. I mean, I would look at the clock and I would go and I'd be like, oh, I got 30 minutes. Just try to get it done so I could knock them out. I wasn't making as much money then because obviously I didn't think I was up to par yet, but it burnt me out real quick. And then I was like, I don't really want to do this anymore. But I was also teaching, so I didn't have to, you know. So I kind of took a break from it. And I would talk to other artists, and they said, "Yeah, don't look at the clock. Don't try to be, because you're not gonna want to do it anymore." So then I slowed down and tried to stop looking at the clock, and I got better.
Do you give people a timeline? Like, what's your okay? I'm gonna get this done in blank days or hours?
So yeah, I mean, me personally, I don't like to work on a piece more than 1 day, 2 days if I absolutely have to. But I like to get it done in a day because I don't want to have to come back to it. But it takes 5-6 days to dry. So it kind of just depends on how many portraits I have to do. And then no matter what, it's going to take at least a week. I usually give it a week to dry because now I have to varnish them too. Yeah. So
I feel like a part of our transition, like selling merch and stuff like that. And like now you've been doing commissions and you get to see a lot of the bullshit that comes with what people say, A lot of people are saying, yeah, let me get a hat. Let me get a sweatshirt. Let me get a painting.
Let me get a painting.
I'm going to get a painting. Let me DM you. Then they DM you and then you follow up. It's like, okay, I got this for you. I have this hat. I'm ready for whenever you're ready. But I think you just start to realize that people are... And it doesn't make sense to me. I'm not about to DM you and be like, I want something.
And
Let me do something. Unless it's like, okay, out of my price range. Sure. Like, I get it, right? But why are you constantly saying, I need this? You see me out, like, let me get a sweatshirt. Let me get a hat. Let me get a painting every time you see me.
People just want to have some shit to say, man. They don't know what to say.
That's what I'm saying. It's just bullshit.
Yeah, it's bullshit. Yeah,
It's
bullshit.
You didn't have to DM me that.
Yeah. They just want to say something. They seen that they want to say something. They feel obligated.
Yeah.
But my thing with our shit is like, you don't got to pay shit. Just boom, click a button.
Right, for sure. Exactly. That's the best way to support.
Yep.
Yeah. So, even with you, like, I'm sure, like and sharing.
Yeah.
Posting on the stories to get you where you need to be in those spaces you need to be in.
Yeah.
So there was a situation where, like, this is a sports situation, but I'm gonna relay it to like actual life. Man, Aaron Rodgers got cut from the Jets. Right? They flew him in. He had like a 15-minute conversation. He thought it was gonna be like a couple hours, just to tell him that he was cut. Like he's not going to. They're gonna move forward with a quarterback or whatever. And he like, well, they could have told me that over text or over a call. And then people are like, well, if they would have told you over a call or text, you would have been like, why come you couldn't do this face to face?
Which is fair. Because
Right.
he's the type of motherfucker to say that.
Right. So is there a good way to deliver bad news?
No. Face to face, though. Yeah. Face to face, yeah.
I think it depends, though.
Yeah.
I have a story. So, just March Madness, actually, I got asked to do some window paintings for a place in town. And, long story short, they basically ended up texting me back a couple days later, like, we're going to go with someone else. We're sorry, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, rejection? What the hell? I was pissed. But, I was glad that it was over a text. Because if they would have been like, come in, because it wasn't, I think it depends on how big of a deal it is. You know what I mean? Him, obviously, I think I would have wanted that to be in person. But this was, I went up there one time to look at the windows, take pictures. You know what I mean? It was a 48-hour deal. And I wouldn't have wanted to go in front of them and them tell me that. And I'd be like, okay.
Yeah,
thanks.
and you don't even really got no ties with them like that.
Right. There was absolutely nothing. So I think it kind of depends on the weight of the situation.
For sure. What do you think?
No, if you calling me for something, like, the thing with him was he was already in business with these people. So you didn't know these people. He knew them, had a relationship with them, had exchanged money with them.
Not really, because that's a new coach. They don't owe him nothing. That's a new coach GM. Like, they don't really owe him
They don't
shit.
owe him nothing, but they had exchanged money at some point in time. Money had transaction from them to his pockets. Right. And so they owed him that in person, but I can see why, like, he busy, he got time, rich folks, they always worried about their time. Everybody's always worried about their time, so I can see it on that end. But if you telling me, man, I had a job and now I don't got it, man, tell me beforehand. But I mean, Steve Harvey had that thing, like, you fire a black person when he first come into work. Man, I could have worked the whole fucking day. Like, you cut me out of my 10 hours.
Yeah.
Or if you tell them at the end of the day, they'll tell you, man, you could have just let me fucking go home early. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So there ain't no winning in these situations. But if it's me and we had done business together, you make a good point. You don't know these people. You ain't never, man, just don't bother me. Just tell me and I can be on my way. But if we didn't exchange money, had a contract that was signed by both of us, man, tell me what the fuck it is in person, even if it is only 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, it definitely depends the weight of the situation, right? Because, like, if we just got to know each other, we ain't been, like you said, we've only exchanged during text or phone call. We've only been, a 24-hour thing. Then you can just shoot me a text. Don't save me the time.
Right, I don't want to come down there.
But like, with a job, if I'm putting my 2 weeks in, I'm gonna just say it to your face. I'm not about to send you an email like, "Hey, I'm putting my 2 weeks in. I'm out of here." You know what I'm saying? If I've been at this job for 2 years, 3 years, I'm gonna go and talk to my supervisor like, "Hey, I'm leaving. This is why."
Yeah.
But like, it's no good way to deliver bad news. Like you gonna get the news either way. So as long as you know. I feel like, and this deals with a lot, like when people break up or people like, stop talking to people or something like that. They like, oh, you was in a relationship for 2 years and you broke up with them over a text?
That's terrible.
That's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of fucked up. Now, if it's just like a talking stage, I was talking for like 3 months or something like that. Or just
should be hard, though. Should be hard to tell people bad news.
In
people
person,
never talk about that like the military
to tell somebody bad news in person.
Like they got that movie, I think it's Woody Harrelson and somebody else, and they like deliver the bad news to like somebody just died in combat. Yeah. And you got to go tell their parents. Then their parents is like, well, why ain't you over there fighting? Like, why ain't you? They start tripping. It's like, damn.
Don't shoot the messenger.
Yeah. But it is what it is, though. Yeah. I mean, that's the name of the game.
Yeah, we seen it in 300. Dude pulled up and gave the letter. He got sparked. But he But he just being disrespectful here. It's one thing to be disrespectful. What do you think about AI and art? Like, do you think it's starting to take over a little bit?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't think it'll ever replace a hand painted product. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I don't know.
It's like a vinyl.
Yeah. Like that's vintage.
Yeah.
There's nothing that can replicate that.
But it's like, with the music too, you got, people was like AI Snoop Dogg on the Drake song or whatever, or AI.
Oh, yeah.
They do the AI music and stuff, like make beats through AI. It's like, I don't know if it would ever touch somebody really putting in the work, like real vocal cords and getting in the studio,
Mm-hmm.
There's always be a small group of people that prefer that shit. But for the most of us, the first time that I noticed it was with video games. Mm-hmm. Niggas used to go up to GameStop and get I can't remember the last time I did that shit.
Yeah.
So that was the first thing I noticed. When it's just too convenient. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's kind of like Amazon. They sell the shit at a cheaper price and they bring it right to your front door.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, especially like with ChatGPT, you can ask that motherfucker to do anything for you.
I be diagnosing my colds and stuff. Throat is hurting.
Okay.
but like I put my resume in the Chat GPT and was like, hey. Put it with the job description. It was like, hey, can you change my resume to fit this job description? And it did it. It did it. I put GPT and I put our episode descriptions. I use ChatGPT. Mm-hmm. I type in, please write a YouTube description about the workshop podcast, and we talked about this. We talked about this. We talked about this. We talked about this.
Okay. Do you ever feel? Because sometimes you're saying, can you say this with a little more of this? Or can you take about this? Okay, and then at the very end of your transaction, do you ever feel bad? I know it's a robot, but it's like, I feel like I need to say thank you.
Yeah, maybe one day it might come alive and be like, they're killing everybody. You're killing everybody. Like, I'm a spare nice. She said thank you. she
I always look at it, because it's like a text message, I'm like, should I say thank you to the robot?
You never say thank ChatGPT, and it got you through a lot of shit. Niggas is meal prepping with ChatGPT.
Y'all are investing in ChatGPT. I'm gonna
you never use it?
You never use it?
I use it I use it maybe once or twice in my life.
Wow.
That shit can be a resource.
It is. It's so
easy.
Bro,
how do you think they make our captions? It's like,
I
put the caption. That's AI. They do all that, like transaction.
I've been hoodwinked.
You think I go in there and add those?
I had no idea. I mean, I don't know. I read them. Some of them are pretty good. Yeah, I should have known.
I know he didn't write this.
No. I do the captions for Instagram. I was talking about when we do the
on YouTube.
Yeah, that and then or when we do like the closed caption on the reels and stuff. Yeah. I just put that into an app and it transcribes.
Yeah, the closed caption.
It transcribes all that. That's all AI.
Yeah, for sure.
So you got. I mean, at this point, they making you use that
motherfucker. I mean, it's too easy. I think ChatGPT is good. I don't like AI whenever they using it like putting somebody's voice on or something, or put somebody's face on.
Yeah, that's so freaky. Yeah.
But the shit look real though.
Yeah, it does.
That's what's bad.
Did you know there's the older people? Let's just say 60 and up.
Yeah.
I don't really know, but they literally cannot tell
difference.
what is real and what's
Absolutely.
not, which is so scary. Which to us is like, bruh, she got 5 fingers. So.
Yeah. Right. It's like little details you can tell. That
little
this
tiny things.
But it's getting better and better though. That's the thing.
It
Like,
is.
I've seen like TikTok's trend where it was like, make this a professional picture of me, or make this make this like a headshot. Turn this selfie into a headshot. Look exactly like them. To get the same tattoo and everything.
Yeah, it is freaky.
It's crazy. It's crazy, and a lot of people are using like making content with with AI now. Like they're using it to make content, because like when you upload something to YouTube, it's like, was this generated by AI? And then because they want to start filtering that stuff out.
Oh.
So they ask if like this video has been created by AI or generated by AI.
They do that on Twitter too with any kind of video. They put the notes on it.
Yeah.
What if you say no, but it really is? Will it?
Man, you gonna
Tell?
get flagged.
Yeah, you can tell. Yeah,
You gonna lose your account.
Yeah.
And if you making money off that motherfucker, you don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're trying to filter out the AI stuff on YouTube. So I don't know. It's definitely taking over, I would say. Like, especially in this information time, like people can spread false news all the time. Like it doesn't really matter.
But
It's
niggas
easy.
been doing that shit since forever. The thing about any social media, you got to be able to see and decipher bullshit. You know, and that's something you get with that experience. You don't really know as a youth. But I mean, the older you get, the more your mind go. You know, so now you're older, you can't tell the difference between the fucking AI.
It'd be funny. It'd be funny. Like people would share shit on like Facebook. And like, nigga, you know this shit not real.
Oh my gosh.
Like you be like, it was like Chipotle is closing all their stores, and niggas they sharing it. Why? No way. Take me instead. Like nigga, come on.
Chipotle, they making money hand over fist.
Or like either NBA Centel, like they'll do the fake posts and tweets and stuff like that, and you think they real,
but you know they think them is real because they didn't set them on national fucking TV and shit, sitting there retweeting it and shit. Yeah, that's crazy to me. But like I said, you just gotta know, like, some shit is just too far-fetched. It's kind of easier to tell the more far-fetched it is. Like, if Joe Rogan or something, and they saying, like, man, F this dude and fuck this dude that came on my show, like, obviously it's not real.
Right.
You know? But,
and then, or like, you know, the videos where it's like saying something, but the
voice is
in their
not,
voice, it's their voice, and it looks like they're saying it, but like, there's no way they actually said that shit. Like,
or it has that sound that's just a little off. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I can always tell.
Yeah, so AI is definitely getting crazy. Use it sparingly. Do not put your birthday. Like, please stop putting like your like cherishable information into AI.
Oh, like, I've never done that before.
Like, he's putting a
social security number?
I wouldn't be surprised.
What was he trying to get out of it?
I'm just saying. I'm not saying I've seen this. I'm saying I'm sure it's happened. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all. Well,
my mom is like super finicky with that. She like, man, I'm not putting my card on the shit because, you know, I used to try to get her to pay for the Xbox Live back in the day. You got to commit that card to this whatever. I'm like, well, man, you know, that's what they get paid to, you know, cybersecurity, you know. They can't leak your information. Yeah. But you never know. The shit get leaked every day.
Never know.
You never know. It can always be you. That's the thing. We always preach. It can always be you. Yeah, for sure. You're not above getting scammed. But like, no, that's how they get like the older generation, like you was talking about, they be getting scammed.
So bad.
Like, they'll call and be like, this is the Nigerian prince. He needs your help getting out of jail. Can you donate $200?
Crazy shit.
Or the toll thing that's going around right now. Yeah. Right when I read it, I'm like, you gotta exit out of the text message and then come back in to click the link.
Yeah.
Okay.
But some people fall for that, though.
I know. I did fall for one scam one time. It was with the UPS, though. And I did have a package that I had ordered, and it said, sign into your account to make sure, or something. I signed in, and then literally, I think a week later, I saw that it was a scam. I said, fuck. So I called my bank and I canceled everything. Nothing happened, but I did fall for that one. Yeah. But
there was this girl I know, she got her Instagram hacked.
Ooh, I'm always scared of that.
Because I guess her cousin got hacked before that, was asked for $200 or whatever. And then they got into her Instagram it was texting her, was like, give me $200 and you can have your Instagram back.
Crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Blackmail.
That's
give me $200 and you can have your Instagram
I
back.
guess it's
Would
extortion.
you do it? Would you pay it if that happened to you?
Fuck no. I'm not paying $200 for my Instagram.
Oh dang, I think
I
I
would
might.
just make a new one.
$200, you
give
gonna let
them
them get
$200. What if they don't give it back to you?
What if they just break into it again? Now you out of $200.
Dang, I'm not gonna lie though. That's one thing I always is scared of because that's where I make my money.
Yeah,
It's Instagram and Facebook. So if one of them ever went, I'm like, how do I get all these people back?
For sure.
You know?
I would be hurt if the
I'd be so scared.
I would be hurt if the podcast Instagram got hacked or my Instagram got hacked.
Yeah.
Definitely
It would suck for
starting
sure.
over would be awful. At that point, I just start paying for followers. I'd rather pay Instagram for followers. I'd rather pay Instagram for followers than pay the African for the for my Instagram back.
Somalian pirates.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Dang, that's why lately I have been putting my email address on the back of my paintings too. Like I write my Instagram on it, and then I've been doing my email just in case something ever happened.
Yeah, for sure.
But who knows? If the internet all goes down, then I'm screwed.
I'm fucked.
Screwed.
This is a question directly for like you. There's been a TikTok trend going around, and it's like men saying like, "There's no dog breed. There's no dog breed that can beat me 1-on-1."
Niggas
You
is lying.
you going 1-on-1.
Niggas is
You going
lying,
1-on-1
man.
with a dog. Are you coming out?
Cane Corso.
If you going 1-on-1 with a dog, are
It
you
depends
making
on
it
the
out?
dog. Yeah. I think I could kill a dog for sure.
See,
but man,
Are you serious?
And that's where we get to.
man, you can't. The dogs are smart, man. Especially if it's trained to go for your neck, you get them off. They get up on your neck, you in some trouble. But man, I'd have a real hard
So
time
if it
thinking.
tore your whole, because when I was younger, I saw a pit bull tear literally this lady's leg off. I watched it from the street on the front porch. If a pit bull or any dog came and ripped your leg off, you think you could still be like, "Oh, come here, buddy," and you could kill it?
Man, I would tell you like, and please don't. I know niggas love their dogs and shit.
This is a scenario that's
This is
going
a
on.
scenario.
That's going on social
when I
media.
tell you know how the Hulk had Loki and he had to. I'll fuck that dog day up. I'll fuck that dog day up. I don't know if you ever played Call of Duty. You press that B button. Snap that neck, man. I'll fuck a dog up in a heartbeat. Now, if we're talking about like a wild animal, like a coyote or
like a life or death situation.
Coyote.
Life or death situation.
I'm gonna fuck that dog day up.
There's no way.
You don't think so? You don't think an average man can to 1-on-1 with a dog?
No. If a dog came out and was like, "Ah," you know what I mean? Would you be like, "Let me grab his neck this way and get"?
If the dog get up on you but if you put me in a room and a dog in a room and the dog gotta run directly at me, yeah.
What are you gonna do? Yeah.
Man, I'd grab a hold of his neck, man.
How are you gonna
Quick.
get his neck though? If dogs are I think a little quicker than humans, huh?
Faster. I don't know about quicker.
But if they're going to you, they're attacking you. So it's not like they're
It's
trying to
an
evade
animal.
you.
It's not like he's looking. He doesn't know to strike me in the neck to kill me. Now they typically do that because that's where they can get to if
Yeah.
people train them and stuff. But
I don't know. I just feel like if I got bit by something, I don't know if I would have the power. Like, what if he bites your hand first?
But
what if he bites your hand first? Then I put him like this.
How are you gonna get him up there?
I ain't gonna cap. 90% of the dog species,
What if I
we
just-
going 1-on-1, that dog going down.
That dog
Okay, if it's a Chihuahua, sure,
I'm
right?
saying,
You definitely
I'm
could.
saying 90% of the dog speed.
Doberman, Cane Corso. I'm just thinking of
I'm
like Bloodhound,
I'm not stepping in no ring with nothing like I'm about to lose.
German Shepherd. But you're
I'm
fighting
making
for
it
your
up.
life.
Yeah,
Think about that.
Imagine the adrenaline rush that you're gonna get, bro.
Yeah.
There's no way a dog is putting me down.
I just don't know
There's
if my bare hands. Oh no.
There's just no way on my obituary they're gonna say this nigga Grayson got killed by a dog.
man. You can't even be
He didn't have the dog.
Right.
You can't be tough
I
at
might
all.
bite that nigga. Fucking
Yeah, I
Yeah,
would.
you
If you
do
fight
that.
for your life, yeah, I'll
Yeah.
bite the shit out of that dog. Yeah, quick.
Oh my gosh, y'all are gonna die.
No, you hate
You gonna die because you got real in
there's
the
no
fight.
way. There's no way. You
So you
guys
don't-
are not killing a dog with
So
your
you don't-
bare hand.
So you don't think?
Do you
No,
get-
you saying in general, men. Like I'm just saying, in general, person 1-on-1 with a dog. Let's say, yeah.
But it depends on the dog. Like a Chihuahua, I think I could
Okay, we'll
probably
just say
kill a
pit.
Chihuahua.
Cane Corso pit bull.
What's a Cane Corso?
A big dog.
Big
Look it up
dog.
on your phone.
Pit or a pit bull.
German
Well, shoot,
Shepherd.
pit bull, I'm definitely dying. Like,
Okay, but the conversation.
oh yeah,
was,
hell no. What the
That was the first dog I said because
Yeah.
that would be the one that
Yeah.
like because that's what they use in the police, Dobermans too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you're getting killed by a
you
cane
say
corso.
1v1 versus a man. No man is beating the dog, or the average. Or averages. The
No.
dog is
average
winning.
man is 5'9", like what 185.
Yeah.
No. If an angry, bloodthirsty,
Yeah, it's coming. Like it has intentions to do damage.
Yeah.
I don't know. You see them when they grab a hold of one piece and then they start shaking their head.
They
like,
just lock they lock that jaw. Yeah.
Yeah.
it's-
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not saying you wrong. I'm not saying you right. Because I know for me, that dog going down.
Yeah, man.
I'm sorry, yeah.
He is
Man,
going
you're
to
so
have
delusional. It's
the
hilarious.
hardest fight of his life.
No, but it's like I'm not about to say I'm about to lose to a dog either.
Why?
It's a
'Cause I'm
dog.
not.
It's not like a gorilla or
I'm
like
not-
a cheetah or a
gorilla.
tiger
Right,
or
right,
something that's
right.
really lethal.
Right.
Yeah. Dogs don't kill people to survive.
Right.
They're not predators, you know what I'm saying? They just dogs.
Yeah.
A man's best friend, in fact. I'd have a hard time doing it, but I mean, I fucked Cujo's day up.
If I had to.
Yeah, man.
If
And
I
don't
had-
hear what we not saying. 'Cause
Yeah.
This should have get a nigga canceled because niggas love their animals,
No,
but I will
people-
fuck a dog up. Oh my God.
People love their animals for sure. It's sometimes it's like obsessive.
Yeah.
Like you treating your dog better than you treating your child.
Man.
I hate it when people post on Mother's Day.
Oh, they posted they
dog.
pets on Mother's Day?
Yes,
Oh,
I'm like, go
sick.
get a grip.
But they be
They
taking care of them like they kids.
do,
They
but
do.
there's a little more to
There might be
being a
na-
mother
Yeah,
than
this be a National Dog Day. Is
right.
there a National Pet
Let's
Owner
just
Day?
do that
Yeah.
because Mother's Day is not the day to shout out your fur baby.
Mother's Day is coming up, ain't it?
Yeah, it is.
Man.
It
What
is
you gonna
coming
get
up.
me?
What? What am I getting you? What's
Yeah.
Nothing?
I don't get
Happy
a
Mother's-
hat. That's crazy.
No, it's definitely not.
Wow,
Why would you? Why?
I'm a mother.
Yeah, I know a lot of mothers. Am I supposed to get every mother that I know something for Mother's Day?
No,
Just you?
the ones that come to your podcast. Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
You got to give out more than one.
Well, we starting this now. She's the first one since we
Oh,
brought this
that ain't
up.
gonna fly.
Well, if we have another
You gonna,
woman on
now,
between
now you
then-
open another bag of problems.
But we have another woman on between that time. Then okay, sure.
do what you do.
But if
Right.
you give it to
You only got-
if
you only got 3
if
weeks
you give
to-
it if you give it to a nigga, if I see it, and I'm gonna put the initial in for Mother's Day on I'm gonna put it somewhere. If you give it to somebody and if somebody else got it, now I'm snatching that motherfucker off.
Give me that shit back.
Now
What
it's
is that?
another
What's that
problem.
movie? ATL?
Now it's another problem.
Yes, okay. Oh yeah, ATL, yeah. I'm taking that shit right back. I'm taking that shit right back. Dar, is this something that you need to get off your chest? This is the time where if there's something on your chest, it's time to get it off.
And I had mentioned this, but I don't think it made it. Bad drivers. If you
Oh my
fucking
gosh.
driving and you making a left fucking turn, you supposed to turn into the closest motherfucking lane, the left lane, the first lane. If you turn into that fucking far lane, the right lane, that's fucking illegal. So when I jump in front of your goofy ass, don't fucking start honking your horn like you didn't just break the fucking law. You know what I'm saying?
Break the law.
Draw a fucking line in the sand when you know you a bad driver, you be doing bullshit, you on the phone, and you know you fucking not doing what you're supposed to be doing. I hate bad drivers. Can't fucking stand them.
The left lane on
You
the
need
highway.
to get that. You need to get that off.
You did. I felt that.
Is there anything that this is our segment where it's like if you've been this is like your venting session. If there's something that you've been having bottled up or something that it's like, damn, I have the opportunity to talk about this. I'm gonna use it. Is there something that
I guess I'll say. Oh, here's one. Okay.
yeah.
So, ever since I've been doing art full time, right? So, I used to keep my Facebook friends list very limited to the people that I knew because I post my daughter a lot, you know? But then once I was doing this full time, I'm like, ooh, well, I kind of need to open it up to get more eyes on my stuff, right? So now I just go through my list, and unless it's like no mutual friends, and I'll click on your page and it's you might be a murderer, I'm gonna delete that one. I'll confirm,
Yeah.
and then it's like men think that she accepted my friend request. She likes me. Hey, beautiful. I'll just leave it because I'm like, that is, and I don't want to be rude. Like, look, I accept everyone. It's not that I'm not feeling that. I always say, this is my rule though. I will give you 2 messages to get to the painting. If you say, hey, I'll say, hey, what's up? Oh, nothing. What are you doing? Oh, nothing. What's up? And the next thing they say, if it's not, I was just wondering if, you do art, yada, yada. If it's like, what are you doing today? I'll stop responding. Because I gave you your chance to say art and you didn't.
Fellas
and, no.
out there, if you're trying to get out of them, not through the DMs.
We talked about this before, though. I mean, there's always a place and a time for that kind of shit.
Right.
But I mean, girls do have that problem, I guess. A lot of girls.
It's so bad.
You can't be nice nowadays. Huh?
You can't.
Yeah.
And I feel like a bitch sometimes when I leave you on red, but...
I mean, at what point you don't owe them a reply?
I don't.
You don't owe them niggas a reply. When people message me about, not even about that, but like podcasts and shit, or let me get on, I don't respond specifically because I'm not about to waste my time on this shit.
Right. Yeah.
You don't owe these niggas a response.
I always respond, and y'all niggas know that. Even though I say no, or I'll be like, man, maybe we gotta see. I gotta talk around and see what happens. I always respond.
Yeah, real nigga.
For sure.
You always respond to, if a lady in your DMs, you always respond to?
Yeah.
Always. No matter what.
Always. If
Continuing a conversation respond or just the initial respond?
What you mean?
Like if they always responded back, you gonna continue the conversation no matter what until.
No, not until the next day. No. But if like they wanted to talk about something we was talking about something, then yeah. But if they was like, how's your day going? I'd be like, man, if they was like, I was thinking they was like interested, like they wanted to holler at me. Yeah. I'd be like, man, this is my number. Like if you want to talk, like we could talk. Yeah. Like, let's do it on a more personal level, I guess. But yeah, I always respond to the DMs.
Yeah. Sometimes I usually just like and keep it pushing. No cap. Like, especially on Instagram. Like, I'm gonna like it. I'm gonna keep it pushing. But has there been like a situation to where dude trying to buy a picture
and then
just trying to spit game?
Yeah, it's annoying, and I get really irritated. Yeah.
If he bought the painting first, then would you entertain it?
No.
That's real.
I'll be like, thank you.
There y'all go. There's y'all answer.
There's no shooting. You don't buy a painting with intentions to talk.
I try anytime we have a lady guest. I try, man, but she said don't fucking go for it.
Yeah, so. Business only.
Well, I mean, unless I'm interested, but that's my thing. Yeah. You'll know if I'm interested.
And how?
You'll just know. You know. She
had that smoker scarf. God damn.
Yeah, she was real fluid before that. So yeah, thanks God. She said, you niggas out there, don't be DMing about pictures unless you trying to get some paintings.
Yeah.
And if you actually get one, that don't mean
absolutely not.
Yeah.
No.
What do I need to get off my chest?
What do you need to get off your chest?
Yesterday, I was driving down Kellogg, and this is actually a positive thing, right? Driving down Kellogg, my car stop was fucking up. I had to pull over. I wasn't getting gas to accelerate. So the police behind me, out of nowhere, police officer pull up.
Right there.
Yeah, spawns right there. Pull up behind me, like everything cool, whatever. So they blocking off traffic for me until I can get the tow there. The tow gonna take like an hour and 30 minutes. Hour 30. So I'm sitting on Kellogg, just scrolling on TikTok for 30, 40 minutes. Mm-hmm. She come up to me, is it on the way? Motherfucker, if I knew if it was on the way, I would have told, like, I don't know. I don't have any control over this.
Right.
And then you come back 20 more minutes, where is it at? Call them and tell them the police is. I'm like, lady, I didn't ask you to do this.
Right, you can go.
I didn't ask you to stay and do this. I'm glad you are, because if somebody hit me, it would be crazy. But like, hey, it is what it is. It's not nothing I can do about it. If you need to go and solve a crime, go do that. I'm not holding you up. You don't have to stay here for me. But dude ended up pulling up, and he pull up and back up. I'm like, I don't know what this nigga doing in the truck. He walk up, he was like, I can pull you off, because the exit to Washington was like literally right there. I could have got off. Mm-hmm. And he pulled me off. He gave me his number and stuff like that. We connected. But if you can help somebody, help somebody. And now I'm going to just leave it at that, because he didn't have to do that.
Wait, this is not the tow truck?
This is not the tow truck. Oh. This is just a guy that had a truck that was able to help me out and get me off the highway. So he pulled up. He's like, my name is Jose. Do you need what you need? Like, you need to pull you off? Do you need me to pull you home? I was like, just pull me off. I got the tow truck coming through the insurance or whatever. It's not going to cost me nothing. He's just like, all right, man. So we stay on the phone so I can hit my brakes. So kindness, he didn't have to do that.
That's true.
He could have just kept going about his day.
Shout out to the homie Jose.
Shout out to the homie Jose for sure. Shout out to Jose. But and it just makes me think, like, if I'm in that position, I need to do better at being like, okay, maybe I can help this person.
Anytime niggas be having car troubles, I don't care where it's at. I always feel for them because them is the worst kind of motherfucking troubles to have. Like, and I was just telling the homie G Work, he has some car troubles, right? But it always happen on what day of the week?
Happen Friday.
Payday. When niggas get paid, they want to take, get your last little. As soon as you get paid, niggas want to come get your money. It's always some shit. But it's a blessing.
A blessing in disguise is that you can pay for it.
You can pay for the shit.
I'm not have to put a payment plan like, hey, let me pay $60 now. You know what I'm saying? After paying my car, and now I got an Uber to work for the week. It's always, because everybody ain't able. Everybody ain't able. Some people got to call they, mom, dad, pops, and stuff like that. So it's not enough money I want to spend. I don't want to go get
you wish you had it, but shit.
Yeah, it is what it is. I'd rather have my car.
True.
I'd rather have my car.
My brakes are going out right now. I just turned the music up. I'm like, I'm going to get to it.
I'm dead. Hope that shit drown out the sound.
On my way.
I always look around too when I'm breaking them outside and people are around. I'm like, can they hear it from the outside? Because I sure can hear it. Lakin even was like, what's that sound?
But brakes ain't the worst. Niggas do brakes.
Yeah,
like, you can find somebody do some brakes.
Yeah, I need to do that.
Yeah.
Because it started with just kind of like this. And then now it's getting that.
Yeah, your shit is it ain't no friction in there. Shit ain't stopping. Okay.
I know I've had definitely a hooptie you would call. Yeah, I definitely had Yeah. Have you been through this struggle of like, I'm pulling up in this car and I don't want nobody to really see me in it, but this is my baby. Did you have a
Well, yeah, I guess. Yeah. I've only had 3 cars in my life. Yeah. And the one I had for like 10 years. Mm-hmm. So that, after about year 6, it was like, even my friend told me one day I pulled up and one of her friends said, that's Tayshia's car.
Oh, that's crazy. I was like, damn. That's crazy. That's crazy.
And it wasn't even horrible. I mean, it was a Malibu.
Yeah, damn. I had the Chevy Malibu.
That's what I had.
I had got into an accident and we had, just salvage the parts to get it back together or whatever. That was to the point. This is like a 2-year span. I was like, man, I'm not picking up no shorties in my car. We gonna have to meet there.
You're gonna meet there.
Yeah, and I'm parking far away and I'm walking up. I got a car, I got here, but like,
you don't need to see it.
They don't need to see it because let's be honest here. Low key, they gonna judge you if you pull up in something that's beat up. So I'm not giving you that opportunity to do that. Until we locked in.
I'm pulling up with what I got.
I was gonna say, I think when you're younger 20s, maybe.
I keep the interior, clean, super kosher.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Super kosher. So if we pull up to a date and if I pull up in my Impala and I see in your driveway,
I've never heard it pronounced like that.
And you got something in your fucking driveway. Let's say you got a Accord, a Hyundai, a Sonata. Don't start pointing the fucking finger. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, this ain't. And then your niggas with nice cars. If you drive that fucking car, that fancy ass $400 insurance car, drive that bitch up to an apartment, what you look like?
That's true.
They got the nice car, but the inside look crazy.
But don't own shit but that car.
Preacher.
So don't be looking down at my motherfucking Impala.
You
know what I'm saying?
Wait, do you really say it like that though?
Impala, Impala, call it whatever you want. It's whatever you want to call it.
Yeah,
I like the words you like.
But because at the end of the day, if you talking to somebody or you mess with somebody because of that car they got, like that shit gonna change. Like
For sure.
Like.
Yeah,
this nigga got a Hellcat, but that nigga he's sleeping on the floor.
He got a pad at the crib.
Yeah,
he got an air mattress
pad. Yeah. He don't even got the mattress. He got the mattress pad. Oh yeah, but hey man, you can sleep in the car. You can
And one thing about the car, I will say, you can't pay your rent with your house. You got to get to and from work. You know what I'm saying?
True.
The cars are important.
Cars are important for sure. Yeah. They are, man. But I don't care. Like, I wouldn't judge a shorty just because her car is fucked up though. Because I don't give a like. I don't care about. Can you get there and back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you not have a $400 car payment? Are you saving $400 on your insurance? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Them cars is expensive.
Shit, and everybody can't drive. So
And then be direct this shit. Buy the shit and with paper tags on, be direct the motherfucker.
Right.
And you know what? Everybody be like, that's why your shit fucked up now. They be on the road and they fucking up their car. But anything y'all want to touch on before we get up out of here?
We got sinners hitting the market. I don't know. We was having some conversations earlier. I don't know how niggas feel about when I think Michael B. Jordan. I don't really think scary movie. You know,
Thriller.
They have a couple other actors in there, but I guess the actor don't. I mean, sometimes I think Marlon Wayans. They just had. I don't know if y'all seen that.
He's in it?
No, but he's coming out with. He's in a horror movie with his star. And it's like Marlon Wayans in a horror movie.
Right.
Sometimes you get that. That's kind of how I see Michael B. Jordan. I'm thinking, action guy, something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
They be in some serious movies though. Like Marlon Wayans and Michael B. Jordan have been in some serious movies.
Oh yeah, for sure. But yeah, I'm excited to see it. I'm waiting on that.
Are we gonna do a review on the pod after we go see it? You want to see it together?
Yeah, we can. As long as it's matinee, man. I hate paying full price for shit.
You gotta go on
Is that during the
Tuesday.
day? Definitely do that, especially if it's scary.
Yeah.
Come out to light and not darkness.
She's nervous off the Michael B. Jordan. It's not gonna be scary.
You never know.
I think you'll be all right.
Yeah.
I also saw. I think someone said on Facebook there was, what's that, voodoo-y and stuff like that. You just never know.
That's true.
You scared of voodoo shit?
I mean, it's not something that I fear for daily, but it's freaky. You just,
No, you never know.
You never know.
What's the scariest movie you ever seen?
Well, my mom and sister kind of traumatized me when I was little with Jeepers Creepers. Every Christmas they would watch.
That was one.
It's so scary. So scary. I think really that's why I don't like them. So I don't watch. I haven't watched
the first one?
All of them. They made me watch them.
The second one is comedy.
The first one is
pretty scary. Yeah, the first one's a little.
That was my sister's. That was my. She liked that movie. She watched it. I hated it.
Oh gosh.
The first one was pretty solid. The second one, when they ran off the bus, I mean, that's the only part niggas.
No,
talk
that
about.
one was scary too.
In the field.
Would you have ran off the bus or would you have stayed? And niggas would have that conversation for 2-3 hours at school. I used to love that. But
Oh yeah, Jeepers Creepers is creepy.
y'all would have stayed or ran?
No,
I would
You
have
had
stayed.
I'm not outrunning
But it's not
no
about
monster.
outrunning them.
It's about the fear. I would have been like, I would have looked him in the eyes. He probably he can sense it though. I don't know. I would have had to get some.
You would have got because you were scared.
I definitely would have died. I'd have been the first one dead. I probably would have ran out there. Get me out of it. Yeah, I'm done.
Get me out of this movie.
I'm just gonna stand outside.
I want to be an extra in one of the movies like a
That would be fun. No, actually, I thought you were gonna say a movie. You put scary in there.
Yeah.
Now I'm good
like
on
a
that.
zombie. Like you could be an extra.
Oh, that would be
zombie.
fun. Like
Would
Walking
you-
Dead.
Would you do one of the Wichita movies? If they asked you to be an extra in it, would you do it?
I think so. That would be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Would you?
Yeah, I would do it.
Have you been one?
No.
Would you?
An extra? Fuck no.
In Wichita movie?
I gotta be at least the third guy. I gotta be churchier. You know what I'm saying? I gotta
Not
be
even on
that.
the introductory. Like this your first time.
Right. You gotta start somewhere.
I could be an extra, but I gotta have one line.
Oh, I gotta say. You
I gotta
say
deliver
something. You gotta
one
say
line.
something.
It could be some minuscule
Yeah, I want to say
shit.
something for sure.
What if it's like you've been served? and
That's
then you-
it. That's my line. I'll take it. I'm gonna do a great job at it too.
Hey, you know,
I'ma love it,
you
yeah.
know,
All I need is
Troy
one.
hit us up. We got.
I can act though. My acting.
Yeah, I was in drama for
I
a
have-
semester.
yeah,
You guys can
half
act?
a semester.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
you see when we did our
All right,
skit,
let's
you
pretend
said-
that your dog just died and go.
Oh wait, I wasn't prepared for this.
Yeah, we don't do a family. What is it? A Hallmark movies? We don't do those kind of
Okay.
movies.
Say you just lost a bet on FanDuel and go. You gonna look at him when it happens?
Oh no, this is him.
Okay, you go first. Okay, go.
I lost a bet on FanDuel. Man, no, I'm not gonna wild out. See, you gotta pay me for this. She's trying to get me on this audition.
Like,
Anything I do is paid. This is paid programming. You know what I'm saying? I need a number. I need a number for it.
Where can the people find you if they want to get a piece of art done?
Instagram or Facebook.
Okay.
TAYSHAWW is Instagram. Tayshaw Longnail is Facebook.
Do people mess up your name often?
Yeah. Tayshaw. Tayshaw. The W silent.
Tayshaw. Again, tap in with our guests. Like we said last time when Joe was here. Get some art. Follow on Instagram. Tell her the workshop sent you. You know.
Oh yeah.
Get some merch from the fucking pod. Get you a sweatshirt. Get you a hoodie. NBA playoffs. Let's talk about that on Wednesday. Come back and do a dive on the playoffs. And just like that.
Yeah. If you hit me up and workshop sent you, I'll give you a 0 discount.
And just like that, we out.
Never too late.
Bye.